Uh, Good evening, one and all. A cordial welcome to the TM Keynoters Toastmasters Club. I am TM Raghavendra, the sergeant at arms for this amazing evening. Toastmasters International is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. It is headquartered in Eaglewood, Colorado, United States. The organization's membership exceeds 357,000 in more than 16,600 clubs in 143 countries. I would like to begin by stating the mission of a Toastmasters Club. I request all of you to keep your right hand on your chest and say it in your mind. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Some golden rules to be respected during an online meeting. All attendees mute their audio if you are not speaking. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. If you want to communicate, please use the chat function, which will be open for all of you to express your suggestions and ideas. You can use the reaction buttons to show your applauses. Refrain yourself from taking on 3 taboo topics: religion, sex, or politics. Kindly avoid movements, eating, drinking, which may distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. I would like to give this screen to an energetic Toastmaster who has been in this journey for many years, the President, T.M. Kanti. Let's give a round of applause for welcoming our Toastmaster Kranti.
Thank you. Thank you, Sergeant Arms, Dr. Rahendra. Thank you for your beautiful and energetic opening. Please give him a round of applause for the token of appreciation to him. Thank you, and I welcome you all for the Keynoters meeting. So I officially declare the meeting number 87 as started. Kudos to all, and it's nice to see our guest here. So I would like to go with our guest first. Then I will explain about the Toastmasters meeting and about the Toastmasters International. So we have a Toastmaster Rakesh. Dear sir, please give your self-introduction to us, even though we know you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanti and President the Toastmaster Kanti. Thank you very much. My name is Rakesh Misra, and I'm from Sarja Toastmaster Club. So yeah, I have joined this club almost a year back, and since then I'm enjoying the club. Yeah, that's all from my end. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Rakesh. Hi, Toastmaster Noora, and she's going to join soon. Yeah, so everyone knows about her. Do you want to tell about the introduction, self-introduction about you?
Okay. My name is Nuran. I'm an Egyptian citizen. Okay. I'm really enjoying the club. It really improves me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noora, and she's a very perfect painter also. Her painting will speak more than her. And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Rija ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Please give your self-introduction to us.
Yes. Good evening. I'm Rija in the teaching field, working in the teaching field. And then I've joined this club. I'm less than a year, I think 9 months now. And I'm enjoying every moment of Toastmasters. I belong to Sharjah Toastmasters Club. And I love visiting Keynoters and Vibes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay ma'am. And I would like to acknowledge the presence of the District Officer, Area 28 Director, Toastmaster Kalpana ma'am. Would you please give any new district and your address to our members? And also I would like to mention President. Over to you, Toastmaster Kalpana ma'am.
Thank you, President Kanti. It's a pleasure coming to Keynote as always. So I could see a bunch of energetic people here. So hope you all enjoy the meeting today. And I'm also here to enjoy because our president is taking the Keynoters to a greater level and he's taking lots of accolades. And I'm sure he's going to make the rest of the 2 months in a great way. Good luck to all of you and welcome and have fun. Over to President.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And for the benefit of guests and members, I would like to tell about Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization, and it helps the members to improve their communication and leadership skills. And
Poinde, Poche, Chilayachi, it's gone.
President Gandhi, you cannot see your screen. It's blank and I think your
No internet issue because now Rakesh Mishra is the host now. Kalpana is speaking without unmuting it.
Yes, thank you, sir. Mr. Rakesh Mishra, you can make Gurumurthy as a host, possible? Zoom user.
Yeah,
No,
we'll come
Zoom
back.
user is Noor.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry for the interruption just now. Toastmaster Kanti has a disconnection.
I am the host. I am the
So
host.
he would
now.
be
Okay.
joining us in some time. So he asked us to continue the meeting.
Great.
Yes. Over to Gurumurthy. I have made you the host now.
Thank you, DTM Anandata. So welcome you all to the 88th meeting of Keynoters Toastmasters Club. So as a Toastmaster of the day, I would request participants to mute their mic. Thank you. Thank you. So welcome you again to 88th meeting of Keynoters Toastmasters Club. So the Toastmaster of the day, let me start the proceedings without any delay from due to technical interruption. So good evening, everyone. Life is a book. I'm sure all in the floor would have read books 100%, at least in the school level or in the college or day-to-day life. At least a magazine, which comes as what do you call supplementary magazine, which comes with the newspaper or cultural magazines, like in paper. So I'm sure the book you know about the book. Life is a book. Many people will come and join us in a day, and each person whom we meet is a book. Each person whom we meet in our life has a story. Each person in our life has a message. It is how we decipher those messages from them and what we learn from them. So that is why I choose this topic. Life is a book. Book, technically, if you see that it is an instrument. I don't want to go to Three Idiots, okay, which has a brief description about the book, but a book is called an instrument which keeps the data, which has explanations, pictures, illustrations, and it delivers a message. But our life is also a book, because my life is a message. Everyone's life is a message, as I always say. What we live in this life is a message for someone else. How we live in this life is a message for someone else. That's why life is a book. In this book, this Toastmaster meeting is also a book. In this, we have 3 chapters. First, we have a prepared meeting, and my president is back. Welcome, President Toastmaster Kanti.
Thank you, Vice President of Public Relationship Manager, and sorry for the interruption. I share about the Toastmasters International, and it's a non-profit. SVPPR?
I feel TM Modi has already started and he's in a beautiful flow. So
Sorry,
is it
that's
okay?
great. Yeah, thank you so much, Kalpana ma'am. And today our Toastmaster of the day is none other than our Vice President of Public Relation, Toastmaster Gurumurthy, and he is also the President of Amiraham Tamil Toastmasters Club. And today he is going to tell about the life. And the life is a book, and you can see the beautiful library behind his curtain. And please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gurumurthy. Please give a marvelous round of applause to welcome him. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, President, for the vibrant introduction. I like to live to the life of what you have told. So we are discussing about how a life is a book. This meeting, this book has 3 chapters. One is prepared speech. Another is, which is like you already have a syllabus. You follow the syllabus. You read the syllabus, you understand, you perform to the place. And the next chapter is like a Viva Voce. You don't know what is the question is going to be and how long, where they're going to ask about that. But winning that Viva Voce in an exam, that is another chapter, which is an interesting chapter in any Toastmaster meeting, you would say. Then comes our evaluation. Whatever we do, there should be an evaluation of our life. People know they evaluate the book also. They speak about the book, and they'll do analytical justification, or they do a book review. They review the book. That is what we call as evaluation. We have got very fantastic good evaluators who are experienced evaluators in Toastmasters. The best part is they will give you the feedback where you won't feel the pain, but you will understand what you have to do. That is what is a book. Your speech review is called evaluation. So the 3 chapters are there, and every chapter will have his own, the best speaker, table topic speaker, and evaluators. The best ones will be chosen by the members itself. So life is a book. In this journey of meeting, I have a couple of supporting hands. I have a timer. Toastmaster Kanti is our timer today. And my word master is there, Dr. Raghavendra. He also plays the role of a grammarian. So first, I would like to ask, I would like our timer, Kanti, to brief his role. Over to you, Toastmaster Kanti.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and good evening, my dear Keynoters, Toastmasters members and guests. And today I am going to play the timer's role. Today we have the 3 segments as told by the Toastmaster of the day: project speeches, then table topics, then the evaluation. In the project speeches, we have around 5 to 7 minutes in all the 3 speeches today. So at the 5th minute, I will show the green background, and at 6th minute, I will show the amber, and at the 7th minute, I will show the red. Same like in table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2. So at 1 minute, I will show the green, and 1.5, I will show the amber, and 2 minutes, I will show the red. And in the evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3. At 2, I will show the green, and at 3, 2.5 amber, and 3 red. And all the speeches has 30 minutes grace period, but I request everyone to try to have finish within the time. So
30
all best to
seconds.
the 30 seconds. 30 seconds grace period. Thank you, DT Manadataji, for correcting me. So all the very best to the role players and speakers. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanti. In every book reading has an important role in a Toastmaster's journey. in every book, we would understand the new words. Your vocabulary get expanded whenever you read a new book. If you read a book, improves your vocabulary to an impressive extent. Having great command over the language is the best thing a Toastmaster should have, and best thing a leader should have. What to communicate, how to communicate, what the right word we are going to use during any sort of communication. You having a greater vocabulary gives you so much of confidence, especially when you sit among the Toastmasters, your board members, your knowledge and a greater audience is there. So when you speak the right word, it gives you a elevation to your speech. So in every Toastmaster meeting, we have an interesting chapter called Word Master of the Day. There's a new word being introduced in each meeting, and the usage of the word and the pronunciation of the word is being so. So every meeting, a Toastmaster learns a new word. So I welcome Dr. Raghavendra, who's the word master of the day. And also he plays the role of a grammarian. So I also ask him to explain the grammarian role as well as to introduce the new word for the day. Over to you, Dr. Raghavendra.
Thank you, TM Gurumurthy. Thank you for this wonderful introduction about me and the word master grammarian. Let me share my screen to introduce a new word with you. Let me share the screen. The word of the day is assiduous. It's an adjective. The meaning of assiduous is showing great care and perseverance. This can be one of the appreciation word which we can emphasize, which can quantify one's performance. And there are some examples which we can use in the later days or in the coming sessions. For example, mega projects require assiduous planning, means it requires an attentive planning. Jenny is an assiduous book collector. She has a great perseverance. She has a great passion for book collection. She tended her garden with assiduous attention, with greater attention. So the word assiduous definitely is a more appreciation word, and also it adds value to one's quality. And as a grammarian, I would like to take this opportunity to go along with the flow and identify and correct myself. It's not providing a quality feedback to the speakers and evaluators. Thank you, and I hope you use this word assiduous in the coming time very frequently. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the wonderful word, Dr. Raghavendra. You took assiduous care to introduce this new word. I would like the floor members to use this word as a round robin in a sentence. Any volunteers?
Thank you, Webmaster and Toastmaster of the Day. And our coaches, DTM Nagarajan sir and DTM Jais, and the senior members like DTM Anadatta Muraliji and our past presidents, Toastmaster Kalpana ma'am and Toastmaster Varada ma'am, all are looking this club with assiduous attention. Thank you, and over to you.
Anyone else? Toastmaster DTM Anadatta Murali sir.
As I had mentioned today, our word master has taken a lot of assiduous efforts to make sure that we learn a beautiful and excellent word. Thanks to him.
And Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you. With lot of assiduous efforts, I'm sure today's TMOD Gurumurthy is going to give us information about how a book can impact a life to be successful. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. Anyone else want to volunteer?
Yes, I will tell. Being assiduous is one big step towards success.
Very nice, ma'am. So I would like to request the members to use this word of the day, assiduous, in the whole meeting, and our word master will give a count of report of count of words, how many times they used by how many the Toastmasters. So let me get back to the business of books. Every CEO, if you ask them, do you have time to read books? Many people will say that. Among us, they say that I don't have time to read books, I'm so busy. Either you're a working professional or a homemaker, or even a college. These days college students say that I don't have time, I have so much of things to do other than reading books. But every CEO, if you ask them how much time average they spend in a book in a day, average of 28 to 34 minutes they are spending every day in reading books. Reading books is like you are speaking to someone, but the person is not there. The book speaks to you and you understand the things. The best benefit of reading books is it gives you mental stimulation to your brain. When you read something new about something, when you read a new subject, it gives a stimulation to your brain to think about that. It helps in the old age people to postpone these slowing down mental disorders like dementia and Alzheimer's. These days people say that learn a new language even when you're at 40, 45, so that you can postpone these diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. So it's reading a book is also reading a new language. You could read about NFT, cryptocurrencies, or digital marketing, or n number of subjects which even don't know about this. So many books are available in the market. So that is the best thing you can do. And the next one is everybody goes through the stress. Everybody says, I'm too much stressed. Everyone is too much stressed and they don't have even time to smile at each other in the house. But books are the best medicine for your stress reduction. A report says 69% of the stress is being reduced if you read books for 30 minutes a day. But these days, people are spending in book, which gives you nothing other than the stress. Facebook. We live in the virtual world and we don't know who are the people, and we strive for likes and comments, the views, without having a purpose or goal. But these books gives you a value and physical happiness to you, and it improves your memory, it improves your vocabulary, and it gives you stronger analytical thinking skills. So these are all the benefits of reading a book. With this, we move to the first chapter of our book. It's prepared speech. So prepared speech is where the Toastmasters, they are in the Toastmaster University, they are doing different paths where they understand more than 300 unique lifestyles in terms of adapting the new attributes in the pathways. So in prepared speech, based on the pathway which they have done, they would choose a path that they are going to present the speech. For this today, the first speaker we have is Toastmaster Vidya, and is being evaluated by Toastmaster Shabina, if I'm right. And we have, I'm sorry, there are a few changes in the agenda which I forgot to highlight. Toastmaster Selva is not joining us today due to personal reasons. That's the only change we have. So, and his evaluator also, she is not joining the meeting. And Toastmaster Noora would be evaluated by Toastmaster Varda, or Area Director Varda. So acknowledging her presence also. Welcome, Toastmaster Varda, ma'am. And
thank you.
The first speech, I would like to call the evaluator to describe the purpose of the speech and objective and timing as well.
Very good evening to all of you. Toastmaster Vidya is going to deliver her second speech on the title is Marks versus Knowledge. And the purpose of the speech is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on the topic. So her speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish you all the best. I hope that you deliver an assiduous speech in an assiduous manner. All the best, Toastmaster Vidya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shabina. Toastmaster Vidya, over to you. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Teaching is the profession which teaches about all other profession. Today, my speech is about education. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. A warm welcome to you all. Being an educator, and what are the challenges of today's educators are facing, how the private schools have deviated their academics to mark-based, resulting students termed in incapable and inefficient. Schools and teachers are not only responsible, but the parents are the root cause of this. I said contrast three set of parents whom I have come across. Parents of 1960 to 1980. It is of my mom's period. So during that time, men were the breadwinners and women were the caretakers of the family. Each household is filled with many members, including grandparents and many children. Father was busy in earning and mother was busy in the household responsibilities. So they were unable to pay individual attention due to their hectic lifestyle. But yet the children were raised with self-discipline, care, self-confidence, good behavior and courage. Thanks to the grandparents who shared these responsibilities to the second and third generation of the family. In that era, teaching was the most powerful profession, and it was teachers were highly respected by their students and their parents. Their life skills, discipline, and academics were in focus. And punishment to the students were considered as correcting the students, and which developed the students to develop self-confidence in students to face any kind of situation. In that era, they all carried out their responsibilities without interfering in others' field. Parents of 1982, 2K, that is my brother's time. So in this era, in some families, most of the both parents were working. Due to the raised financial status of the family, parents started paying attention to their children's academics. My parents were focused only on marks. To meet the parents' demands, schools have changed their objectives and strategies. Result was marks replaced the knowledge. I'm sorry. Result was mark replaced the knowledge. Now the parents of Y2K parents, that is parents of 2000 and beyond that. In this era, it is the era of computer technology and internet. In that, most of the parents were highly educated and they were placed in the high profile job. To meet the demands at their workplace, they have to work at the extended hours. So it became the nuclear family with one child. Under the influence of the fame and power, they want their child to perform better in their education, and they want their child to be number one in his field. So they pressurize the child to do the academics in a better way. Raised as a single child and no one at home to share or listen to his views, added with academic pressure, the children were emotionally weak in that. They are not letting their child to pursue their individual talents. Yet some children were who excelled in academics. They got placements they got placement due to lack of knowledge. Soon they became incapable and inefficient. You must be wondering, in this era, I didn't speak about the teachers, but rather spoke about the parents and their approach to raising their children. The reason behind this is Y2K parents think that schools and teachers have to work for their kids because they are the stakeholders. Now, schools have no choice. They pressurize the child to, they pressurize the teachers to meet the parents' wish. Now, the third reason is parents of the teachers who felt these changes wouldn't help in the longer run, they were suppressed. And then the fourth reason behind is the punishment was not a punishment. Teachers and schools are not only teaching the academics, but the life skills they are teaching. Teachers have to use the different strategies to discipline the child. Because the classroom is filled with different personalities. Parents don't like this. Correction is not accepted by the parents. So teachers get upset with this parents' attitude, and they they change their strategies. Parents never understood that this is a loss for the children until the things becomes out of the control. The key takeaway of today's speech is 60s to 80s parent, they trusted the teachers. So during that age, the children were raised with care, responsibilities, knowledge in their later part of the life. Now, parents of Y2K parents, they didn't trust the fellow humans. Remember, gold has to become an ornament. It has to be subjected to the greater order. Allow the teachers to work in their free space, so that which will help them to bring the best in students, which will change the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya. You took assiduous care in delivering the speech amidst of your hiccups, physical hiccups rather. I request the audience to send her a message through chat box, if your comments and for improvement. You can send it across to her through chat box. And our next speaker is Toastmaster Rija Gopinath. She is going to deliver her speech in Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 3. I would request Toastmaster Rakesh to brief her speech's objective and the timing. Over to you, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much, and very good evening to all. So today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Rija Chirail, she is giving Level 1, Project 3 speech, and the title of the speech is basically the title of the speech is "I Lost Within Me." I lost within me, and basically this speech is different from other speeches And this speech is something not like actually evaluated in a normal way. This speech profile resource is designed to identify the vocal variety skills, and the speakers uses the effectively, and those that can be improved later. So basically, the purpose of the project is to practice using a vocal variety or a body language to enhance the speech. This the speaker has chosen this only to evaluate vocal variety for their speech, not the content. So once again, I repeat, title of the speech is I Lost Within Me. I Lost Within Me, Toastmaster Reja Chirail. Over to you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Good evening.
Evaluator Rakesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Reja. I Lost Within Me. All the best.
Yes. Good evening to all of you. Be there for others. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. Respected fellow Toastmasters and guests this evening, a very warm welcome to each one of you. I repeat, and I would like you all to think about it. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. I am here with my level 1 project 3, and the title goes like this: The I Lost in Me. The I Lost in Me. I do not know how many will relate your life with mine, but there may be a few here among the audience who may relate what I speak to about today to their own lives. If there is any I like me within y'all, it's a wake-up call to all of you. As a child, I remember I lived to please others. I took a lot of pain to please others. Let me start within my own family. What interest I had was to make my parents happy. It was a kind of blind obedience. Okay, I just wanted them to be happy. So I always locked up the I safely within me. It was never shown out. They said, I did. Even I remember, even for a function, we are 4 girls. My mother used to select the dress, get it stitched. We had no say. It is not that we were unhappy. We were happy about what they had given us. I tried to peep out and say, oh no, not this. Yet, we will keep the I back within us and stay quiet. I remember even up to grade 10 and 11, my mother used to go and get my hair cut. There is no way out, whichever way they like. And we accepted it. The I protested it many times, but we used to tuck that I within us. Then I moved to school. There, I wanted to reach up to the level expectations of my teachers. Teachers said, once again, I did. This I at that time, many times it tried to come out and say it had its own opinion. It wants to say something, wants to do something else. But quickly I pushed that I back inside me. My motive is the teachers should be happy with me. I should do whatever they say. Funniest part is, even among the friends, I was not my natural self. Sometimes I remember I joined a group of friends just because they are popular. And when they laughed, I also laughed. Whatever they did, I imitated. This time also, my eye was tucked in. No originality. As I moved on, I should say I made good friends, like-minded people, but still I suppressed that I within me. Nobody forced me. This all just happened. Then marriage. I do not know about the opposite gender, but women think marriage means they have a great responsibility and everything they have to shoulder. And for working women, don't say. The I will be totally forgotten, imprisoned within you, not allowed to peep out. At work, you try to please your master there. At home, it's not anybody telling you. You think you have to take care, responsibility, protection, work, duty, all this pushes your eye back, down, 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 no identity. Like this, life passed on. I'm talking about myself, dear Toastmasters. And then my daughter finished her 12th and went to Bangalore for higher studies. What happened? Literally, I was shadowing her, long distance, shadowing her. When she woke up with my message, then she got calls. How are you? What are you doing? And as I said, assiduousness, care. But I repeat here, assiduousness is good, but too much of assiduousness becomes toxic. Real. I felt I was really suffocating this girl with love, care, in the name of love and care. Then my husband went for an important work to India. Then I realized, why should I be behind? Let me. Then I turned towards Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, I knew about Toastmasters 8 years back. But as I told you, I didn't bother about myself. I ignored everything. When I joined Toastmasters, the soul in me released. I was so happy to take up role of tally, counter, timer, grammarian. I was ready whenever I was free. That was me time for me. My husband created an ambience for me to be free. My daughter's proud of me. So who did the mistake? It's me, not anybody else. It is I who pushed the I within me, not allowing a free flow of my life. And dear Toastmasters, if anybody here are like me, it's time to think. It's time to think. Life is just one. You got to live your life too. Too much of care, too much of protection, assiduousness will spoil relationships. Just remember that. And today I'm free. I would like to end up with a quote. Life is neither a midsummer's night's dream, nor is it a tempest. It is a comedy of errors. So dear Toastmasters, live it as you like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rija. No wonder, you told that, how writing is your passion, and you prefer penning down your own thoughts rather than reading books. Of course, you read Nancy Drew, Enid Blyton's in your school days, but I'm sure you're more capable to write and pen down a book for us, so that we look forward as an author soon. All the best, Toastmaster Rija.
Thank you so much.
Then the next speech is from a wonderful painter who preferred to be in the painting world, who lives in the painting world, and who speaks, her painting speaks more than her words. I welcome Toastmaster Noora. Toastmaster Noora. She is going to present her speech to understand her leadership style. It is level 2, P2, project 2, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Varada Anandan. Toastmaster Varada, please brief her objectives and the timeline. And over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster objective is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles, and to share some aspect of his or her leadership style. Timing is 5 to 7. At least my leadership. Best wishes, Toastmaster Noora.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All the best, Toastmaster Noora. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. Excuse me.
Yes, Toastmaster Nora, you can go ahead. All the best.
Yes, okay. I'm not shown. I'm not visible. It's dark.
Can you please check your video? Yeah, now you're visible. Yeah. Good.
Nice like this?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're visible.
Okay, good evening, friends. How are you? The topic that I'm gonna speak about is the understanding leadership styles. Leadership styles consist of number one, transformational leadership style. Number two, autocratic leadership styles. Number three, participative leadership styles. Number four, coaching leadership styles. Number five, transactional leadership styles. Number six, bureaucratic leadership styles. Number eight, number seven is servant leadership style. So to explain each of them. Number one, transformational style is the leaders making decision to a big change for an organization. Number two, autocratic leadership styles is the leaders make an important decision. Number three, verse 3, participative leadership style is everyone of the team members make a decision. First was okay. First was can I start from first because I stuck? Okay. Good evening, dear friends. How are you? As I told the leadership styles, now we're gonna detail it. Number one, transformational styles is the leader makes a big changes in the organization. Number two, autocratic leadership styles is that the leaders make an strict decision. As for example, when you say to the person, you have to, we meet at 3 o'clock. No opinion, only to listen. Number three, participative leadership styles is the leaders, if every one of the team members get involved to make an important decision. Number four, transactional leadership style is used as a model for a reward and a punishment to motivate employees. Number five, coaching leadership styles. Coaching is a leadership style characterized by collaborative, supportive, and guidance. And a classical example of someone who used a coaching leadership style is Dale Carnegie. Number 5, bureaucratic leadership style is a hand-off approach to a team leader, to a team members to make sure their own initiatives of team member. Number 7 is servant leadership. It's a boss around serving their team members. And thank you so much.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Noora. So here comes the end of the first chapter, which is prepared speech. I would like the timer, Toastmaster Kanti, to give his report on timing.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Gurumurthy, and congratulations to all the assiduous speakers today. All spoke within the time limit. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Vidya, talked about marks and knowledge in 7 minutes and 2 seconds. And our second speaker, Toastmaster Rija Gubnath, ma'am, she lost herself. And she found herself within her in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. And our third speaker talked about the leadership quality in just 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So all are qualified with the TMOD's permission. Shall I launch the poll, sir?
Please.
Thank you. So I request all the Toastmasters and the Toastmasters can vote, and your time starts now. All are good speakers. Please find the best among them. Did you see it on the screen? Yes. So 3 has to vote. Thank you. And we received all. I request the co-host to send me the private message, host and co-host. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, timer Kanti. We'll go to the next phase, the next chapter of this entertaining, interesting meeting, which is none other than the table topics. Table topics is an interesting chapter in every Toastmaster meeting. And we have an interesting Toastmaster who is doing his 5th DTM in his Toastmaster journey, lovingly called as Toastmaster University. He was quietly there in Kuwait, and now he's rocking in Hyderabad, and who attends meeting dawn to dusk everywhere across. He's a area director for one of the US club, I believe. I welcome DTM Annadata Murali sir to take over the proceedings for table topics. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. You are able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Great. Can I request Area Director Rupa, Varda, Jai, Vidya, all of you to open your cameras, because our moderator, our timer wants to have a group photo. Dear Toastmasters, all of you are Toastmasters, so I don't have to explain you about what is table topics. However, any role you do, you'll have to let everyone know about the role. Table topics is one of the most interesting, and the way Toastmasters has planned assiduous activity, planning the agenda is to have this topic, which is very important for everyone's life. Today, we will be talking about this few topics I will be giving. And as you know, the timing is 2 minutes. After 1 minute, the timer will show the green color. After 1 minute, 30 seconds, he will show yellow color. At the end of 2 minutes, he will give you red color. Thereafter, he will not show any signs except it will be going on for 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, if you close, you will be eligible to be present in the voting. Okay. And let me tell you, this is going to be a very simple one. And you will have to open it with agreeing to the topic or disagreeing to the topic and speak on that. And I want all of you to close the topic with where you have started. And to do this in the best way possible, please use the word of the day, that is the assiduous or assiduous, as our grammarian word master has said. Now, as Toastmasters, we are supposed to give the topic, and anyone can volunteer. If you don't volunteer, please believe me, you will be the target from my side. Now, the first topic is, why are books so important in our life? Yes, already Shabina Zaidi has said, but Shabina, before you start, let me give this opportunity to those people who do not have a role, so that people who have a role can take this at a later period. So we have my guru, distinguished Toastmaster, a mentor, a coach. It's Royal Highness Jai Saab. Are you here?
Oh, 1 second.
Ashan Dada, Ashan. Please come.
Topic.
Why are books so important in our life?
Why are books so important in our life? Fantastic. Books are definitely important because it helps you to transport or voyage through the time. It allows you to have a panoramic vision of the world, panoramic vision of the understanding of the matters, panoramic vision of the attitude, and so many angles to it. It is said that in our, and I'm sure in many communities, it is said that don't give your daughter to the person or to the family who do not have at least 3 books in their house. So this itself says that why and how the books, are important. If I speak personally about me, I know the books are important. Forget about the childhood days. I was very interested in books, but those were different kind of the book, maybe the story book, maybe the comic and all the thing. But later on, with the twist of the things and all, I have lost the habit of the book. But I am still in the love of book. I still know the significance of book. So whenever possible, I buy book and I put it on my thing. At least 1 page, half page, 2 page. I know till I don't read about 50 pages of that book, I will not be into that book. But nevertheless, I collect book, some selected books. What I like, maybe it is said, no, NLP, auditories and visionary and the site and all the thing. I'm more interested in sound bites. So since that YouTube and other things have audio books have come, I always listen to it, 1 page, 2 page, or maybe I'm more into that news, or maybe the news related documentaries and about the world affairs, economies and all that thing, but I don't read that much of the book. But I now I want to go into the novel books, because it gives you a fantastic imagination, and imagination builds your personality, your thinking capacity. So books are definitely important any day, anytime, and in any age, even 50 years from now, the value of book will never be duplicated. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Vetsa. Just wanted to tell for those people who do not know about me, I write everyday news, and more than 250,000 people in the world, they read my daily news. I'm also a writer. More than 550 readers from 17 countries, they read my daily articles. And Kiran Bedi is one of my fan. Most of the CEOs of the companies are my thing. I have now, I mean, I would have written more than 5,000, not for around 7,000 articles till date in my last 25 years. And today our speaker was talking about imagination. So my next topic is that only, books illuminate your imagination. And I would request my area director, she's my colleague, area director 57, Rupa, if you are there, to unmute yourself and speak on this topic. Books illuminate your imagination. Are you there?
You able to hear me, sir?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Apologies to the whole forum. I'm unable to come on video, but I'm very happy that I've been invited to address on this topic. Books elevate our imagination. Very well said. Who else to say this better than the writer himself and the owner of a few thousand articles himself? I don't know how many of you here have read Harry Potter. I do not know how many of you here have read Ponniyin Selvan. I do not know how many of you have read Ramayana, Mahabharata. If you have read at least one of these or any of the other books which perhaps have been translated into a movie or episodes or serials, you can clearly understand what I am trying to say. None of those serials, none of the movies, none of the episodes that have come in, the books that have been translated into a visual media have done justice to the book themselves. I have read few of these. When I started to watch that 2.5-hour movie, or even few episodes of those books that have been translated into a visual media, I literally felt they never made any justice to the author's creation. The author had a beautiful power of elevating our own imagination, of looking at what he created in our own way. But the director, or perhaps the person who made that movie, restricted us to that 70 mm screen or to that wide 4-angled screen to, restrict us to look at what they saw as the creativity. None were able to do justice to the books. I happened to watch Clive Cussler's Sahara being made as a movie. A person who read that book, a person who loved and enjoyed that Numa theory, when I saw that being made as a movie and made no justice, I was literally disappointed. So for those of you out there, please read books more than watching movies or episodes. That really elevates your thoughts. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much. Excellent. In table topics, whatever you speak, it need not be related to the topic, but how you speak is the most important thing. My topic was books illuminate your imagination, but she elevated that imagination itself. Congratulations. Thanks a lot. And now let me come to the writer. Another writer is there amongst us. She is a sergeant at arms, a grammarian, a evaluator, a speaker, a blog writer. What is the best book about life, in your opinion? Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi. What is the best book about life, in your opinion?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anandata. The best book in my life about opinion. This is quite a confusing question for me because there are so many books. Each time when I read a new book, I think that I have learned something very new in this book, and this is my best book. And then when I proceed for another book, I think that no, this book has quite new thing that has offered and that has illuminated my mind to another level. But I would like to quote here an author, Austin Kleon. He has written 3 books, and these books were actually mind openers for me. One of the book is Show Your Work. The other book is Steal Like an Artist. The third book, I'm forgetting the name, but yes, it was something related to Go On With Your Work. Now, I would tell you about the Steal Like an Artist book because there are times when we procrastinate and we think that we, how is it, how can we start with something because we are not worth it or we don't have anything unique. But he tells in Steal Like an Artist, for example, there is a PhD, there is a student who's doing PhD. He doesn't have anything unique that he's offering to the world, but he has read many dissertations, he has read many books, and he has incorporated all those learnings in one single dissertation of him. So that is how you steal, because we are all genetic makeup of our parents. So we have stolen genes from our parents as well. And in this world, when we come, we are stealing since right from the age of Adams and right from the age of apes, because we are aping each other and we are learning, we are incorporating new learnings. It is how you put your uniqueness into it. And that is how your stolen work becomes unique, because you are unique in your own self and you are putting yourself into the work. So it shows that we can go on with our work, we can learn from each other, to not imitate, but emulate those who are with you. So here in Toastmasters, I have utilized this strategy that I am learning from everybody, and I'm emulating from everyone and putting my uniqueness into it so that I can do something wonderful. Thank you so much.
Great, excellent, excellent. I have never seen a prepared speech in an impromptu speech. Greatness. Some people are highly, very well qualified and professionals, and some are a trainer. By profession, they are teachers. So we have a teacher amongst us. I want to ask her, she is none other than the Toastmaster Rija Gopinath. How do you know your life is interesting enough to write a book about it? How do you know your life is interesting enough to write a book about it? Over to you.
Yes. Good evening to all of you. Yes, how do I know my life is interesting enough to write a book about? Yes, definitely, as my speaker just said, each one is unique. Okay, and I love myself most these days, and therefore I have every reason to say that my journey through life has got lots of experiences, lots of lessons, which I can easily write a book. I don't have to be a famous teacher or a famous personality, but as an individual, I feel I'm unique. I avoid imitating, and I have lots of stories. Born and brought up in a middle class family where education was very important. I had learned everything the hard way. Nothing came easily, although we were okay to do economically, but nothing was given easily to us. So every step in every way through life, we learned step by step and moved on. Success was not given in any way, whether it is in school life or college or any place. Every incident taught me great lessons, and I have a lot of memories, and I feel I am the right person to write a book. I've got a lot of memories. And I can easily, I have started I just started to do it, and then you asked me. So I think this is the right time to continue. Thank you so much, Anagata sir, for bringing this topic and igniting that fire to move further. Thank you so much.
I
Over to
wish in your forward message you will write about me and this
Sure,
today's
sir.
meeting.
Yes, sir.
We have a person who is first-time grammarian, so did a great job of introducing one of the very good words as it is. Now I want to know from him, what are some topics you thought of writing a book? Most of you know about him through his icebreaker speech in the last meeting. So Dr. Raghavendra, what are some topics you thought of writing a book about, but then decided against it?
Thank you, TM Another. The only topic that I was referring to is self-help books, which I was earlier looking, which can help the people to self-help, to develop this personality, to evolve themselves in a progressive manner. I was penchant and assiduous in writing those sort of books because nowadays there were a lot of self-help books are available in the market. However, it depends on oneself whether they're able to receive that self-help guidelines or not. That question always bothers me because if I even write a self-help book again, it would be a redundancy or a duplication of what had already been. It's like in the propounding from ages. There's no change in the people until unless they determine to change themselves. This is what I was penchant, I was more keen and assiduous to write self-help books. But later I decided that depends on one's personality and one's perception towards themselves, whether they are reciprocating that, they are able to receive the content that if I write in the self-help book, that what it actually matters. This is one topic that I was interested in later stage. Okay, there are enough books. Let's not get into that. And let's think something different, which is more unique and novel, which can make people much more passionate about reading the books. This is about what I changed actually about writing the books. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much. I am very happy that you had a plan, but surely you will come back with your old thoughts.
Thank you, sir.
They say a painting or a picture can say 1,000 words. It's more than a book. I want to know from the painter of our group, Toastmaster Noor, how she could convey a book message through her painting. Over to you, Toastmaster Noor Ahmad. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Good.
Yes, good. Very good. Tamam.
Okay. What's the question again?
They say a picture or a painting can represent more than 1,000 words. How through your painting you're able to convey a message to your viewers?
This is a difficult question. I can't answer.
No problem. What is your opinion? Book or your best friend? Do you agree or disagree?
A book. I agree.
Speak on that. If you agree, why agree?
Okay. I agree because book is
مو مشكلة أنا يجي مرة ثانية. Okay?
okay. I'm
Okay.
I'm not I'm not
مشكلة.
good in
مو مشكلة. See, I want to ask someone whom I love so much, how would you start writing a book about life and living. And he is the Guruji for all of us, Gurumurthy. Toastmaster Gurumurthy, how would you start writing a book about life and living?
Okay, fine. Let me answer this question during my the session, the upcoming next chapters. So I think we are running out of time, Toastmaster.
Okay, I will then use this time. Only one question.
Sure.
Please allow me. There is a young lady, and who will be able to tell me what are some good and easy topics to write a book about. She is coming from the world of island, Sri Lanka. Area Director Varada, can you help me on what are some good and easy topics to write a book about? Is she there? If she is not there, from Evaluator 3, we will jump to Evaluator 2. Final call. Evaluator 2, Rakesh Mishra.
Yes, sir.
What are some good and easy topics to write a book about?
Thank you very much, DTM Anandata, and a very good evening to all. So, being a technical person, always I think technicals. I think about the environment. I think about global warming. I think about carbon dioxide emission. So always, if I have to get a chance to write something, definitely I'm going to write something about the environmental, how we should be caring about the environment, and how it is impacting. In fact, actually, we all know the definition, we all know the implication of it, but ultimately we miss how one by one, step by step, how we can eliminate that option, how we can actually come over from this global warming point. As you all know that 70% of the carbon dioxide is emitted from the residential, not from the industries. Okay, so if each one of us actually will take care of only a small portion of it, I'm sure that actually the 70% fall below 50. So that is what something I would like to write. Yeah, that's all.
Excellent message, and I will start working on that, because 70% of the carbon emission is coming from household. Wow. I will start working on this. With this note, I would like to request our timer to let us know the timing for all the table topic speakers. And for those people who are interested, these are the topics which I had prepared for today's meeting, which you can plan it to try it in your home also. Yes, timer.
Thank you. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Anandata Murali Managarji. And today we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 speakers. So it's like a that's world wonder. 7 wonders. Yes. And our first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Jay, took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And our second speaker, Area Director Rupa, took again 2 minutes 15 seconds. And our third speaker, Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi, took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Rija, took 1 minute and 47 seconds. And Toastmaster Raghavendra took 2 minutes 3 seconds. And Toastmaster Noora took 1 minute 3 seconds. And finally, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra took 1 minute 37 seconds. So all are qualified. With the permission of Table Topics Master and Toastmaster of the Day, I would like to launch the poll. It's on the screen, yes.
With this note, over to our Toastmaster of the Day, young rookie novice Toastmaster Gurumurthy.
Thank you so much, DTM Anandata sir. It was all the topics were really illuminating, and it has covered the most of the purpose of the meeting about the books. You really motivated people to write books, think about the books, what they have been reading, and what topics people can write. So this itself an interesting session for as to become an avid reader as well as a writer in the future. Thank you so much for that. And I asked a question to DTM Annadata sir. What do you think about books reading? This is, nowadays I'm reading books through ebooks, so called Kindle and other readers. And there are a lot of motivational articles available on the internet. So I'm reading all these things. And the book which turned his life, or it has a major impact in his life, is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by none other than Stephen R. Covey. I'm sure almost every person would be looking at reading these books, or at least they would have read these books at least once in their life, for the successful life career. And the next book which he is reading, or he wished to read, is Awaken the Giant by Giant Within by Anthony Robbins. This is the book he is currently reading now. So he's showing the book from Anthony Robbins, one of the leading motivational speakers and author in the world. So this is about DTM Annadata sir's book reading and his current books. I'm sure these books will help us in choosing more topics. And the next session we'll have the next chapter of our book is evaluation. In our life, review about any book or review about any incident or anything which you have done is very important to improve our skills. With that, we have this evaluation session in the Toastmasters. So all the evaluators who will be evaluating the respective speakers within the time frame, they would give recommendations of what the speaker could have done better and what is the best thing they have done. So for the first speaker, Toastmaster Vidya, I'm calling her evaluator, Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi. So we heard her speaking about her books, about her habit of reading books and the topics or the books which she is reading. So I welcome Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi to give an evaluation for Toastmaster Vidya. Over to you.
Thank you, TMOD. I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Vidya. So I'm going to start with a quote by Sue Atkins. She says, "There is no such thing as a perfect parent. So just be the real one." We as parents have been trying to get better every day since ages, and how Toastmaster Vidya has shown us that the path that has been traversed as a parent, and all of us over here have been a witness to the past. We have been parented by our parents. Most of us are parenting our kids, and we have been witness to the transition that has taken place. So she has shown the transition between different times, the times of her mother, then the times of her brother, and then the today's generation. As parents, we think that we need to give the best of education to our kids, and we need to enroll them to the best of the schools. And the dance classes has to be best, the piano classes has to be the best one. And we are in a rat race. But what we forget very vehemently is that we need to connect with our kids at a very elementary stage. So I must congratulate you, Toastmaster Vidya, that you chose such a topic that has been a motivator for all of us, and it has become a food for thought at this stage of parenthood. We have been traversing the path of parenthood. We have seen the times, the transitions in ourselves. And sometimes we see that the topics are very simple and just before our eyes. But this is the beauty of Toastmasters. I think that these topics are brought as speeches, and we have to give it a thought. We think about it. So I must say that despite your hiccups, which was very natural, you sailed through the topic very assiduously, and I must congratulate you on that. You connected with the different mindsets of the parents and the students, and the difference of opinion that you brought about was a thought to ponder upon. The speech was well constructed. And the purpose of the speech was well met and very well executed, delivered the speech very assiduously. Just a few suggestions for you. It was, if you could incorporate these suggestions, since you are a new Toastmaster, I think this is your second speech. If you could just stand up and deliver the speech so that we could, your hand gestures could be visible. And there were a few words. For example, there was a word you said that parents pressurize teachers. So you could have utilized your body language and your change in your tone. So you could say that parents pressurize teachers, and then you said suppressed. So there has to be a change in your emotions. So instead of just speaking out, you can also use your body language and show with your hands and with your facial with your facial, changes and all. So you could incorporate that. And I think you can go a bit slower. When I delivered my initial speeches, I was given this advice that you should have 700 words, around 700, so that you can speak very assiduously and sail through the speech. I think your speech was very good. The topic was very nice, and you spoke very well. But just incorporate these little advices and go a little slower, so that you are in the moment and in the sentence, and you feel every sentence, whatever you speak. All the best for your next speeches. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Evaluator Shabina Saidi. We'll go to the next evaluator. Toastmaster Rija Gopinath's speech has been evaluated by our Toastmaster Rakesh Misra. So I asked him a question. Okay, what is your thought about book reading? He said the book which has changed or impacted my life is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and Rich Dad and Poor Dad. These are the two books which he always quotes that which has changed his life. And currently he's reading the famous The 5 a.m. Club. The 5 a.m. Club is many people, they want to join this 5 a.m. Club. I'm sure, after reading this book, at least we'll make some efforts to join this 5 a.m. Club to make our life better. So I would like to call evaluator number 2, Rakesh Mishra, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, to evaluate Madam Rija's speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, TMOD Toastmaster Gurumurthy. So before going to the speech, let me just remind once again, actually to all, the purpose of this speech. The purpose of this speech was to identify the vocal variety and the body language throughout the total speech. So here, to be very specific, actually, we are not going to evaluate the content of the speech. It's purely the body language and how the speaker is delivering the speech. Moving further, I can say my target speaker, Toastmaster Riza, delivered very assiduous speech, and the words from where she started, wake up calls for all of us. So this word itself brings all audience together, and everybody can relate to the story what she is going to tell about. And to me, it reminds me a very good quote from Kelly Elmore, the American author. She said, "The only way to find yourself is to get completely lost." And she is so real that her expression is most beautiful, and as it is very pure, very raw, and unedited. This is about Kelly Elmore. Now, the similar thing which I could see here in my target speaker's speech throughout the speech. It was very real, very raw, very unedited throughout this. Everybody can relate their story. Everybody can have passed through the phases, and so without getting into much into the content, what I can say, the opening of the speech was very good. and they immediately after giving the punchline, actually she moved to the greeting, and finally she captured the audience attention by putting the first the quote, which is a wake up calls for all of us, and then she moved. The transition was very good. The transition was towards the story. Now the clarity in the speech was fantastic. Actually, each and every words was very clear. Vocal variety was well practiced. We can see that enthusiasm, the kind of the passion actually she was delivering. Although actually she is a new Toastmaster, but I could see that actually she is a very seasoned speaker throughout the complete speech. Eye contact was amazing. Eye contact was during basically actually here in online making the eye contacts during the speech, because actually the physically the people are not present, audience are not there, so delivering is literally tough. But I could see that actually she's talking like actually it is well rehearsed, very well practiced, and eye contact was fantastic. Coming to the gesture, body language, hand gestures was amazing. It was not like actually level 1 speech at all. The comfort level, the confidence while delivering the speech, I can say excellent, awesome. She is well aware about the audience to whom she is talking. And what I can say that actually overall the speech was very thoroughly practiced and thoroughly drafted. But again, actually, I'm going back to the content. So I can say it was very well thought actually speech, and we all enjoyed the Toastmaster Rija. And good luck for you for the future speeches. And we look forward to hear this kind of the great speeches in the future too. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. So the next evaluation is Toastmaster Noura's speech about leadership style. It has been evaluated by Toastmaster Varada. Good evening, Toastmaster Varada. So over to you for the evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Noura. Well, what I like the first thing, it's with the pleasing salutation you had made to all the audience, made us to listen to your speech. Now, instead of painting, yes, you were asking us to listen to your speech also. Good job. You had explained beautifully the leadership, all kind of different leadership styles, their characteristics, and where it will be seen, how we can identify whether it's an autocratic or bureaucratic or what are the leadership style. Good job. So if a person is having a doubt about the leadership style or the characteristics and when it will be applied, you had answered beautifully. It's not easy to deliver a speech with all the leadership style, but that you have done it, amazing job. But in this project, in the project objectives, one of the project objective is to share your leadership style. You could say whether it's your autocratic, or it could be any leadership style, because we all have the leadership style. Yes, at times the leadership style changes, but we will have one or two leadership styles. So I wish that you had shared that leadership style. But in general, a beautiful speech assiduously delivered about the various styles of leadership style, where it will be applied, and the characteristics for us to refresh our memory. Thank you for making myself to remind myself, okay, these are the kind of leadership style, and these styles will be used in particular occasion. And so in summary, Toastmaster Noura had assiduously delivered the leadership style, the characteristics, and how it will be identified. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evaluator Toastmaster Varda. Now I would like to call the timer for his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Today we had three great evaluation. Our first evaluator, Toastmaster Shabina Saidi, took 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And also our second evaluator, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, also took 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And our third evaluator, Toastmaster Varda ma'am, took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So all qualified. And please go ahead with the flow of the meeting. I will create the poll. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Timer Kanti. I would like to have the same questions which I asked you on WhatsApp. What is your opinion about book reading, and what is your favorite book, Toastmaster Kanti?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My favorite book is by our past president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's book, Wings of Fire. There's because he explained about the engineering background. So that is one of the my main reason to come into the engineering field. And also he clearly explained about each stage from how he studied. He started his life from selling the paper, and finally he achieved the highest position in the first citizen of the biggest democratic country in this world. And also he explained about not only his story, he explained about the leadership and how to respect each other. Plenty of things. And I would like to say I started that nearly during my school days. Actually, it affected my life, and it's really giving me a lot of that vision in my life also. And I have that book, and whenever I get the time, I used to read in both languages, in my mother tongue Tamil as well as in English. Thank you for the beautiful question. Over to you, Toastmaster Gurumurthy.
Yeah, Toastmaster Kanti was speaking about the Wings of Fire. What an inspiring book for the younger generation, and he has Dr. Abdul Kalam has written a couple of more books, which is again a real-time guide for someone to be successful. And his vision 2020, I wish it would have been succeeded. But hopefully we will take up that vision 2020 for a betterment of our country. So here comes all the 3 chapters have come to an end for the day. And now let us discuss. I would like to answer the question which was asked to me in table topics. How would you start writing a book about life and living? The best thing what we can do in our life is, many of you might be doing, many of us would have started in our New Year resolution. This is something. This is a book which we used to get it from our vendors or our suppliers or our clients. They would be giving us as a New Year gift. It's not the calendar, but it's a diary. And we would think that in a resolution from tomorrow, I would start doing these things. I would start writing a journal of my life, what's happening in my life. Our Toastmaster DDM Anandata is showing his diary. I think Toastmaster Kanti has raised his hand. He wants to launch the poll, I believe.
Yes, with your permission.
Please launch the poll at Timer Kanti. Thank you. The poll is there for your voting for the best evaluator. In the meanwhile, we'll discuss about the topic which you're discussing. I mean, the book, if you start writing your day, what's happened from dawn to dusk until morning, until night, this will improve your writing skills. This will improve your memory, and this will be a best book written by you, only for you. And if you read after a year or after 10 years or 15 years, you would be laughing at how you were and how you are today. We sometimes, if you read the old journals, what we have written, a diary in our life, this may give us a motivation that we were thinking so much high, but what we experience in the day with the life after marriage, after the work, our priorities have changed. When you read about those journals when written in your younger ages, you would get real motivation to find the I within you. As our Toastmaster Rija said, to find the I within you, that is an important task. For this, you start writing a journal about what's happening in your life day in, day out. I'm sure your writing skills will improve. You'll become a good author and you'll become a good human being, and you'll be thinking about, what mistake I did for the day, or someone who has done which is good for you, or you have done something good for others. The gratitude, it becomes your gratitude journal as well. Today's the world's motivational speaker says that you practice this habit of showing gratitude. Your journal becomes a gratitude journal also. So it improves your life to an extent that to become a better human being in the life. So this is how I would say that, how would you start your life about writing a book about your life? So start writing a journal. It gives you motivation to write an author. You will find an author in you as well, good writer in you. So these are some things which I want to discuss. I want to speak about the books. Warren Buffett was once asked about reading the book. Is that the key to success? He pointed out a stack of books. He said, reading 500 pages like this every day, that's how the knowledge works. It builds like compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will not do it. And he always says that, like investing, you also start reading books in the early ages. It's better not late than never. So if you're not reading books, or if you have stopped the habit of reading books, start reading from today or tomorrow and make your children read the books. The best habit of making a child reading a book is, they say in parenting, you forget your mobiles, you forget your television, the idiot box and everything, the smart TV and everything. You take a book with you and start reading it, your child will follow you. Even they say in the toddler age, you start reading books for them, children's stories, nighttime stories. They would have learned at least 100,000 words at the age of 5, because they been listening to the new words, new stories and everything. DTM Anandata wants to say something. Sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, my small advice to people is please keep books in different places in your house. Whenever you get bored, you may be sitting in a sofa or taking rest in a cot or anywhere, even in the kitchen. And I'm telling you one more thing, please have it even in your washroom. Whenever you get bored, don't look into your mobile. Read one page in that book, wherever you have. I can tell you, it is a virus. It's a contagious. Book reading will not only enlighten you, it will also illuminate you. Over to you.
Thank you for the wonderful thoughts, DTM Anandata sir. So, as I said, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. In life, people will come and go. They will drift in and out of your life, almost like characters in your favorite book. When you finally close the cover, the characters have told their story, and you start up again with another book. So, complete with new characters and adventures, then you will find yourself focusing on the new ones, not the ones from the past. What a wonderful thought I've read today in one of the websites. So life is a book. This is my final words for the day. Life is a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, and some are exciting. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter has in store for you. Start reading the books. We never know what is there in the next chapter. Life will be more interesting if you start looking this as a book. Thank you so much for the opportunity to discuss this wonderful topic, the in and out of my passion of reading books. I like to thank XCOM and our vibrant president, Toastmaster Kanti, for this opportunity. Over to you, President. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Gurumurthy, and you have explained about the books and the life, a fantastic one. And today we had three brilliant role players. So I request everyone to give the standing ovation to them. That is, first one is our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Gurumurthy, for beautifully conducted this one, and our second is our table topics master, distinguished Toastmaster Annadatta Muraliji, and our finally the first timer in grammarian, and he did the sergeant at arms role and also the wordmaster role, Dr. Rakhavendraji. Thank you so much, and please take your seats. Thank you so much. And we have only one guest now, and we have before that I would like to acknowledge the presence of Area 57 Director, our Toastmaster Rupa ma'am, and I request her to come forward and give your address. Ma'am, over to you, Toastmaster Rupa. Yeah, Toastmaster Rupa, please unmute.
Sorry, I think my connection just got a little bad. Was there a question asked to me, Toastmaster Kanti?
Yeah, that is, I request you to give the address, area director's address.
Oh, this is like a table topic for me right now. I was so unprepared for this. Thank you so much. One of the clubs that I'm extremely proud of in Area 57 is Keynoters. The reason I'm saying this is perhaps I'm joining this meeting after I think 2 months right now. I think there's been a long break. But when I come back to this club and look at the volume and the potential of growth in here, it is humongous, and I'm spellbound by the growth that Keynoters always bring, spearheaded by the leader himself. He calls himself a service leader, but spearheaded by the leader himself. I'm extremely proud of Keynoters. Already housing 2 area directors here. So I'm sure for the rich of the knowledge and the mentor like DTM Nagarajan and what more to say with DTM's Annadatta and extremely vibrant VPRs, Guru, and the immaculate Toastmasters that we have here. So thank you so much. Make the area proud. But it's not about just making the area proud. I mean, like a lot of you in your speeches today, when you delivered, you just brought about how this Toastmasters Forum is bringing happiness in your life, how that is giving you me time. So hearing that, I mean, if you are happy, at the end of the day, everything, the club is going to be very happy. The club is going to be prosperous, eventually area and the division. So keep yourself extremely happy. Come here, use this as a playground, enjoy, use this as a testing forum to, experiment many of your skills here. Keep at it and grow leaps and bounds. And of course, yes, read lots and lots of books. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Toastmaster Kanti.
Thank you, Area Director. And also congratulations to you for chartering a new club, MES Toastmasters Club. So I request all the members to attend our other clubs also, like Cummings Club and the Expressions and the SAF and the new club. And advance congratulations, Area Director. Definitely you are going to achieve President Distinguished Area status. And thank you so much. And we have only one guest today, that's none other than the Toastmaster Noora. Toastmaster Noora, could you give the feedback?
About what?
About the meeting.
The meeting was very nice. I'm excited. It's really interesting meeting. This is my feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And please convey my regards to Dr. Kishan ji from your hospital. Thank you so much. And now I would like to announce the result. As per your voting, and I have the result, I would like to announce congratulations to all the speakers. And the best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Rija Gobinath. Congratulations, ma'am. And we have 3 best table topic speakers. Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi, congratulations, ma'am. And Toastmaster Rupa, congratulations, our area director, for winning best table topic speech award. And again, Toastmaster Rija Gobinath, who is her second crown of today's meeting. And we had 3 great evaluations. And best evaluator award goes to Toastmaster Zabina Zaidi. Thank you and congratulations to you. And I would like to thank Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gurumurthy, for his beautiful theme. And distinguished Toastmaster Annadatta Murali Manohar for conducting the table topics segment. And thanks to Surgeon at Arms, Webmaster, and Grammarian, Toastmaster Dr. Raghavendra. Congratulations to you, and I request from my side, please take the next meeting as a Toastmaster of the day, and I hope we all will enjoy your session. And thanks to our coaches, DTM Nagarajan and DTM Jays, for their unconditional support. And thanks to the participation for certificate for project speeches, Toastmaster Vidya and Toastmaster Rija and Toastmaster Noora for giving the speeches today. And thanks to the evaluators, Toastmaster Shabina, Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra, and Toastmaster Varla. And today we had 7 fantastic table topic speeches we heard and we witnessed from DTMJs. Congratulations. And Toastmaster Rupa, Toastmaster Rija again, and Toastmaster Noora, and Toastmaster Dr. Raghavendra, and Toastmaster Zabina, and Toastmaster Rakesh Mishra. So the power vested in me as a president of this Keynoters Toastmasters Club, I declare the meeting number 87 is closed, and our next meeting will be on the next month, the second Tuesday. The time will be the normal one from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And before I would like to give one announcement, and we have to find our next leader. So I request everyone to come forward and take the leadership role for the next term. And if you have any doubt, our University of Toastmasters International is here, DTM Annadatta ji, and we have our 2 coaches, and you can approach me also anytime, 24 by 7 available. These all my coaches and mentors and the seniors are available for you. And thank you. Over to you. And now over to all for the networking.